Hi, welcome to my presentation on why we must all become digital citizens. While we explore why we must all become digital citizens, here are some terms that you need to know. E-rate and SIPA. E-rate is a government program. SIPA stands for the Children's Internet Protection Act. Morgan 2017 explains, the federal government's E-rate program provides discounts to school districts on services including internet, based on their percentage of students with low socioeconomic backgrounds. Let's look at some history on this program. The Federal Communications Commission, also known as the FCC, suggests that discounts for internet connection and access requires school districts to have an internet safety policy. With that policy in place, schools that have been complying by having internet filters and safety policies would receive discounts through E-rate. Over the years, revisions have been made. Back in 2011, the FCC stated that beginning July 1st, 2012, schools' internet safety policies must provide for educating minors about appropriate online behavior. That includes interacting with other individuals on social networking websites and in chat rooms. It also includes cyberbullying awareness and response. So what does this mean for Auburn-Washburn? Well, in our Washburn Rural High School Handbook, there is a section titled Auburn-Washburn School District Acceptable Use Policy and Children's Internet Protection Act Safety Plan. When reviewing this policy, I found it was really thorough and detailed. So the next question I ask myself is, what does this mean for me as an educator? So I'd like to point out that part of this safety plan includes this statement. It shall be responsibility of all members of the district's staff to educate, supervise, and monitor appropriate usage of online computer network access to the internet in accordance with this policy and SIPA. So, as I underlined some words that stood out to me, like responsibility, educate, supervise, and monitor, I thought that those really kind of made it highlighted and important to us because that means it's our job to teach Auburn-Washburn students how to become digital citizens and how to behave with the use of digital equipment. Now let's consider, what is a digital citizen? According to Applied Educational Systems, digital citizenship refers to the responsible use of technology by anyone who uses computers, the internet, and digital devices to engage with society on any level. GoGuardian offers 5 reasons to teach digital citizenship: digital literacy, cyberbullying prevention, online safety, digital responsibility, digital health and wellness. Digital literacy involves understanding meaning. So when our students are reading something that's online, it's important for them to be able to interpret the meaning. I also need to know where it comes from and the accuracy. It's important for us to consider the source, such as if it comes from a peer-reviewed journal or a social media post. In regards to digital literacy, Ribble states, regardless of whether we get our information from friends, family, or online, we need to be aware that it might not be correct. So teaching our students how to spot fake news will be a valuable skill as they become good digital citizens. Now let's explore cyberbullying prevention. The first point is to model and teach empathy. There are really two parts to this. Teaching empathy is teaching our students how important it is to understand the feelings of others. The other part would be to model that. So we need to model that behavior both in the classroom, in public, and online. Next, slow down. When people aren't right in front of us, a kind of human quality is taken away. So sometimes we are quicker with our responses, which we don't always think about or mean. So if we're not thinking about how we're responding, then we really need to slow down. Another important point is that you're not a judge. Oftentimes, we know hasty judgments are made, which ultimately can affect our relationships and our reputations. Joseph poses this question: would I want someone to share this idea or fact about me? So our students and our teaching staff, as we model how to be good digital citizens, need to remember that if the answer to this question is no, then it's probably not appropriate to post online. Now let's think about online safety. It's really important for us to have a culture of trust in our classrooms so our students can come to us if there's a problem. We want our students to know that we have that culture of trust. We want them to let us know if they saw something or read something online that concerns them. They need to feel safe so that they would be able to share that information with us. They also need to know who their friends are online and that there's a possibility that the person behind the screen is not actually their friend. Do they really know who's on the other side of that screen? Now let's think about digital responsibility. We absolutely want our students to access and use technology to create and to collaborate with their peers for school. But with that comes responsibility. They need to be taught that it is important to give credit to others. This will ultimately help them pursue education and careers. Digital health and wellness. When people use technology for extended periods of time, we know that they can experience mental stress, eye problems, ergonomic issues, and even dietary issues. We should encourage our students to live well-balanced lives by providing them with instruction on how to manage their time and have a healthy diet while being good digital citizens. Now I would like to share some other educator resources with you. Common Sense Education, iSafe, LA County Office of Education, Applied Educational Systems, Go Guardian, and ISTE. I'll start with Common Sense. CommonSense.org is a valuable resource. It is free. They have an educator toolkit. They have 80 comprehensive lesson plans which range in levels from K through 12, and they comply with SIPA and E-rate. They provide parental information and even have Spanish resources. They provide objectives, a lesson snapshot, the list of materials, handouts, classroom posters, and assessments. iSafe is another good educator resource. I want to mention that part of their mission is protecting the personal information of students. Their program has around 400 lessons for students K through 12. Topics include digital literacy, and they address online behavior. They comply with SIPA and E-rate. They also can help districts with reporting digital information for compliance. They offer quotes upon request. Next, we have the Los Angeles County Office of Education. It's another useful resource. It has links to lessons, professional development, and information on SIPA compliance and E-rate. Applied Education has a free trial and includes 18 hours of curriculum on digital citizenship. Lessons are computer-based and involve scenario learning. This also includes student assessments and projects. Applied Educational Systems also has a course guide. Go Guardian. They actually advertised a way to identify students who are at risk for self-harming behavior. Some other interesting options they have include a screen viewer so you can monitor student activity, internet filtering, and the ability to chat with the teacher. I think that function would be especially helpful as we are modeling good digital citizenship. ISTE is the International Society for Technology and Education. They provide information on digital citizenship and links to education articles, professional development information, and technology standards. They also offer a membership and do publishing. Common Sense also has a scope and sequence. It's formatted in a way that a teacher could pick it up and quickly read and understand. It's aligned with Common Core Standards, ISTE, and the American Association of School Librarian Standards. Another nice thing I noticed about it was that it provided information on how it spirals lessons on digital citizenship throughout the grade levels. When reviewing these resources, I found Common Sense to be the easiest and quickest to understand, plus the lessons seemed most engaging, and for that reason, I give Common Sense a gold star. Now let's talk about compliance and laws. Some resources include Common Sense Education, E-Rate Central, Harney ESD, and the Center for Digital Education. So let's talk about Common Sense again. They have an administrator resource, and it has a checklist for administrators and a video on how to comply with SIPA requirements. E-Rate Central provides any updates from Federal Communication Commission and is one of the best resources for finding legal information regarding E-Rate and SIPA compliance. It outlines how to comply with E-Rate throughout the year. Harney Education School District has information on FERPA, SIPA, and it provides a link to a video explaining E-Rate and SIPA compliance that's actually done by Common Sense. The Center for Digital Education has info on digital citizenship and offers magazine, newsletters, publishing on government technology. These are all really great resources as we're learning about compliance and E-Rate and SIPA. Here are my references. And that is the end of my presentation. I hope you enjoyed learning why we all need to become digital citizens. Please email questions or suggestions to me. Thank you.